This is a video of my first YouTube effort. It's poor because it was nearly 3 years ago now, and I was I went back and looked at some of my old stuff, and I got thinking about something which I don't think is going to apply to future generations of gamers, and I would like to know your opinions on this. As us retro gamers in our 30s and 40s, we have a lot of nostalgia and a lot of good memories, of goosebumping memories over the nostalgic consoles, the old stuff, the retro stuff. Of course we do. That's why we do these videos, and we still retro gaming. We play old games. We're still discovering old games. We have a love for it. We have a nostalgia for it, and it's something that I can't see being replicated in future generations. Not with the consoles of today. And when I say the consoles of today, I mean I'm going back to probably the 6th generation. So, you know, the PlayStation, maybe the PlayStation 2 is probably where it ends, I think. So we're talking about the 7th generation here. We're talking about the Wii, and we're talking about the PS3 and the Xbox 360, and that era. In years to come from now, I find it difficult to get my head around whether teenage gamers of today or young 20-something gamers of today are going to have that nostalgia for them systems, say 20 years from now, in the same way that 40-somethings, elderly gamers, older gamers, retro gamers, such as myself, are in this kind of approaching 40, over 40 mark, have such a love and an affinity for the systems they loved, such as this. This is why obviously this is the main crux of this channel, Amstrad. Thank you, Lee Retro Gamer Addict, by the way, for this utterly fantastic once and bloody million t-shirt. I mean, wow. Hey, go over and check that man out. I'll leave the channel in the description box. This guy made this t-shirt. Is amazing, absolutely amazing. Anyway, I've sidetracked there, digressing right back. Do you think they're going to have that? Because games back then were made with a lot of love. They weren't kind of made for money and profit. You get the feeling nowadays that games they take a lot longer to develop. Obviously, they're really expensive to make, but you get the feeling they're made only for profit. They're only made to recoup their costs. Are they really made with love? Yes, they're made for the gamers and designers and the developers. They know what the gamers want, or think they know what they want. There's a debate there, depending on what game you play and what developing house you're talking about. But you get the feeling that they're not made with love. They're soulless, and even the bad games from the nostalgic era, from the 80s and the 90s, they have a love about them. People cared about making this. And I'm kind of really talking about the third-party developers here, not really the first-party one. You kind of get from Nintendo and Sega, and Sony themselves, and that they do care about putting their soul into a game. But that is part of the nostalgia for me. It's like that ekes out from them older games. They had so much limitations, and what is the best we could do and what is the worst we could do in some cases, but it still triggers nostalgic, happy, joyous times, which I don't think modern gamers are going to have, say, in 2030. Are they going to feel this nostalgic over the PlayStation 3 or the Xbox One? I don't think they will, because gaming's got to that point where it's beyond the sort of early development stages now, and now it's just a norm. And how can we slightly adjust it? How can we slightly improve it? There'll probably be another big shift in gaming. But the nostalgic era, I think, for many gamers, especially when you've grown up through the development of the early days of gaming, especially some people that are in their 50s and 60s who started right at the beginning of gaming development. That's where the nostalgia is. It's all based in that region, that 2nd, 3rd and 4th generation era of these massive great jumps of technology, these massive great leaps in evolution of gaming, and the familiarity, the love and the memories that we have as gamers of experiencing all that. And you don't experience that now. Not in the same way, at least. You're not going to feel nostalgic over The Order Are you going to feel nostalgic over that? Are you going to still feel nostalgic over Assassin's Creed Unity? I can't see it. I can't see it happening. What do you think? That's the best way I can put it. I hope I made coherent sense to you. But it's something that I feel that's going to get lost in the gaming world. Is when our generation gets to, well, when we're gone, basically. You know, we're talking, I don't know, 2050. Let's go right ahead. Let's go right into the future. 2050. When our generation is gone and we experience them machines, the nostalgia is going to be gone. And it's a pity. It's a shame. It's a sad thought to think about that. Is the nostalgia going to be there for the PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Wii U? Is the nostalgia going to be there? Obviously, we can't predict what systems are going to happen in the future and how games are going to develop and evolve. But it just doesn't seem like it's going to have that, if you understand what I mean. Because gaming, I think, back then was more important for us, I think, than it is today for the modern gamer. And I'm not having a go at modern gamers at all. No way. I'm just saying that's just the difference in time and the difference in technology and the difference in era. It's just a natural product of what's happened. Will they? Will you be nostalgic over that, gamers? I want to ask you that. Obviously, some of you who have embraced retro gaming, that's fantastic. And I know you're going to have the same sort of feelings about that kind of thing. It's difficult to feel nostalgic about something you didn't experience or when you weren't even born. But a lot of them go back, and real true gamers go back and have a look and say, yeah, I can understand that. And they don't differentiate between the old graphics and the sound and the gameplay. It's all about the gameplay, of course. But our modern gamers today, or young gamers should I say, not modern gamers, young gamers of today, are they going to feel nostalgic about the systems that have basically come out in this decade? That's basically the shorthand of it. Anyway, I thought I'd just show this t-shirt off to you and share my thoughts over this, because it's something it flicks some switches and some lights flicked off probably, and look forward to hearing what you're saying. Stick them in the comments box. Do a VR. Do whatever you want. Switch me off now, if you fancy. Because I'm off anyway. Nova Buck. Out.